Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. So, first video recording after the holiday. Yes, it's been many weeks now, but I had lots of videos pre-recorded. Anyway, we often see reviews of, like my last one, the 6D Mark II, or I don't know, a nice lens review. We all like a nice lens review, don't we? And I've got a few of them coming up. Same with camera reviews. I've got lots of them coming up over the next few weeks. But let's face it. Let's make sure I'm in focus. There we go. We all have stuff that we don't really take care of, so to speak, or that goes a bit unsung. And it's just kind of photography or cinematography stuff. I know I'm guilty of it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video about the unsung stuff. The stuff that we just use, we just expect to work, and it just works. And I've got 3 things to show you guys today that I absolutely love. I do. I really do. They are the unsung heroes of my workflow. Okay, so there's this, first of all. I have actually mentioned this recently, but I don't know if I've ever done a review of it. And that's my 500 gig SSD. You gonna focus on it? There we go, I think that's focused on it. I'm using an older lens at the moment, so you'll have to excuse me. My 500 gig SanDisk SSD. This doesn't really get much praise. I abuse it, I use it obviously, and just kind of throw it around. But it has always done exactly what I need it to do when I need it to, when I needed it. Whenever I've needed this thing, it has worked. It has just worked. Is it amazingly good? No. Is it absolutely terrible? No. Could it be improved? Yes. And oh no, I can't get that. Okay. I have kind of replaced this. I mean, it still will be in use, but not as much. I have the 1 terabyte one now, and it has more space. Especially as my files are now getting really big. Then there is something nice, long, and heavy. This. I never got round to doing a review, ran the wrong way, to doing a review of this thing, and I regret never making a review, right? Because I have a love-hate relationship with this thing, because this was my second, ever professional grade tripod. It's big, it's beefy, it's heavy. I mean, just look at the head on that thing. Look at the size. Look, it's got a massive arm there, and it just works. That's the thing. It's heavy, it's annoying to carry around. That's why I've replaced it with the one that I'm currently using, but it works, and I still use it. I still use it. If I'm working from home like I am now, or if I have quite a heavy camera on it, like the C100, for example, I will put the C100 on this. I won't put it on my smaller, lighter Manfrotto Elements. Is that the Mark II or Mil? Something like that, doesn't matter. Anyway, tripod. We don't really like them, but they're part of our kit, like it or not. And this one served me really well. I can't stress enough how much I love this thing. This is the Manfrotto 290 Ultra, made in Italy. Posh. And then the head is the 128 RC. Here we go, in case you want to buy it, not earning any commission or anything like that. Is that good? There we go. I think that's in focus. I can't see from here. but it's the Manfrotto 128RC, again made in Italy. And the great thing about this is it has the quick release plate. So you can just lock your camera in and it locks so easily. There we go. When I got this one, it doesn't have that same kind of release mechanism. It uses a Arca Swiss mount or something like that. I never know the names of them. I just use them. It's just stuff to me, really. When I went to this, I was really upset that the head on this tripod didn't use the same quick release plate in case I wanted to switch between the two tripods. And believe me, I do sometimes switch cameras between the tripods, so it would be nice. But the Arca Swiss plate on this does fit, and the quick release plate on this. So I'm going to have to buy another one, even though I already have about 3 of the quick release plates here. It doesn't work the other way round, unfortunately, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Then there's this little thing. Let's see if I can just... Oh, hello. This. My Rode Video Mic Go, I believe it's called. And this microphone was my first real lavalier microphone. I would clip it here up until very recently, until I got the one that I'm currently using that's down here. I'd clip it here or I'd clip it somewhere else, and I could then just talk to my heart's content. I could plug it in via USB-C. I could also plug in an external microphone to this, and then this end would go into the camera. Whoops, I just hit a thing. This end would go into the camera and it would transmit and receive, and it would just work. They charge with USB-C. They have a really good range and a really good battery. And one of my favorite things, I'm getting ahead of myself. One of my favorite things here is the fact that you could charge and utilize the microphone and receiver at the same time. So if your battery on these were running low, all you had to do was plug them in to a USB-C plug and then plug that into a power bank. Yes, a power bank. And when I've been at events and I've forgotten to charge these the day before, I've just done exactly that. I've just plugged it in to a battery bank and I've left this near a speaker all day. It's broadcast straight back to the receiver for as long as I need. It's been great. It took some getting used to in the beginning because I wasn't used to recording on a microphone. Come on, lens. God, this one sucks, don't it, on focusing. Anyway, it would just do exactly as I wanted it. There was never any troubles, never issues. The audio was never terrible. The only thing that I have to say bad about this is the clip. So this clip here, look. The little lapel clip where you can, like that. It also clips onto the top of the camera. And on the receiver here, well, it broke. Let's, look. My one broke. So for the longest time, it has just had to dangle from a camera, which is never very good. But yeah, it's just dangled from a camera. Because that's all that I saw no need to replace it. Until recently, when I did replace it with, where did I put them? There they are. These. I don't know what they're called. The DJI mic, which I'm using right now. Well, technically, there's nothing plugged into this camera. This is all being recorded externally. I'm recording externally on this little lavalier microphone, this little tiny Look, I've even labelled it mic 1 so I know which one is which. Ready for files. Look at that. It's it's great, isn't it? It's really nice. And it's recording itself. I'm not recording. There's nothing. There is nothing. Look, if I move the microphone away from my mouth, the audio, now, you guys can't hear me properly, can you? If I raise my voice so you guys can hear me. And it's just so small. I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to put it up here, I think. You're going to have to deal with the label, unfortunately. Now, this did have a problem, actually, thinking about it. This Rode video mic. And it's staring you right in the face. Let's see if you can guess it. Come on, guess. I'll give you a few seconds. This has it, but this one doesn't have it on. What is it? Yes! It's the dead cat! The dead cat. That's my air freshener. I really must turn that off before I start recording videos. I really must. Anyway, the dead cat on this wouldn't lock into position. It wouldn't. It wouldn't lock into position. I would use it, and while I was recording a video, it would fall off. And one of them blew away, because I gave you two, or at least I got two, and one blew away. Maybe that's why they gave you two, for when it inevitably blows away. So, with the second one, I super glued it, and hoped that the super glue wouldn't go onto the actual microphone piece that I'll show you on the DJI mic. So just there. Look, you see the little silver thing? Yeah, just there. That little silver thing that you saw is the microphone bit. So I had to hope that the super glue wouldn't go on the microphone bit. And it didn't. I was lucky. The only thing is that it blocked, if I can get to it, I don't think I can, it blocked the port where you could plug in another microphone, so you could use this as a little wireless pack, strap it onto your belt and have an actual smaller lavalier microphone or a different microphone. I could still plug in and use that port quite easily. See? But yeah, that was its biggest problem, was the fact that the dead cat didn't work as what I would consider work as a dead cat. I mean, now I have these nice fancy new ones, and where is it? I always lose stuff. I didn't prepare this video. There we go. I didn't prepare this video properly. Now with these new ones that I'm now using, there's an upgrade, because these are the dead cats. Well, first of all, there's the dead cat for the Rode, okay? This is the dead cat for the DJI mic. Bear in mind this is brand new, and I've had this since 2019, so there's a fair few years between them. But this one, take this off again, it twists and locks into place. Look, you can see on the mic, you'll probably hear it, you're probably hearing it now. There we go, and look, it doesn't fall off. I can twist it and it unlocks. Twist it again. When I get it, can I get it on? I don't think I can get it on again. There we go. And it just goes back on again. Now I can record outside. I keep it in a bag, like that the whole case goes in, so that it's all together, and I'm away. Now, this isn't a review of the DJI mic by any means. I wish I could just keep the dead cats on, or have a place in the box for the dead cats. Maybe with the 2s or the 3s, I don't know. But there's no room. Look. There's just the receiver and another microphone. Although that's something I didn't have with the Rhodes. I know that you can now get Rhodes with basically all these features, but I didn't buy the Rhodes. I bought DJI. Yeah, I didn't have 2 microphones. I had a receiver and I had a microphone. If I wanted to record another person, for example, let's say I'm doing an interview, for example, I would have to kind of suck it up and just use the one. So now I have 2 and it has more features. And actually this saved a job recently. I had this plugged in to the C100 and no, I didn't. It was on top of the C100. And I was using the C100 microphone to record a woman singing, and the internal microphone, the handle microphone, was absolutely terrible. Worst decision I decided to do was to use yeah. Anyway, but I had left this recording like I'm doing now. I just left it on the hot shoe and it recorded and it was perfect. I turned a spoilt video into a salvaged video that I could quite happily send off to the client. And that is one of the reasons why I love this. Now, I'm not saying that the new Rhodes can't do them. I mean, these ones can't. So, but this isn't a video about the DJI. This is a video about the Rhodes. Maybe I'll make a video about the DJI later. I love these. These are still going to be used all these years later. And you know what? We should. We really should. This video is now getting too long. I wanted this to be about 10 minutes. I'm currently recording at 18 minutes and about 30 seconds now. So I don't know what time it will be when I edit this, but anyway. Anyway, I'm now just babbling on. That's what I do with videos. I babble. And I'm babbling on about. I'm going to shut up. Anyway, we need to start appreciating our gear more, about what we use daily or near daily. And kind of just be thankful for it, because it just works, which is what we pay for. This stuff isn't cheap. I remember the Rode mics, they were £150. I mean, these were more because they do more, but I expect these to work for the next 10 years. I mean, I'm probably not going to be using them in 10 years, but I would expect that. And this was about, I don't remember how much this was. I think this was 200. I feel like it was 200, but I'm not sure. But it's worked since 2019, if not later. Earlier, sorry. Stuff should just work, and it just does. And it's the same with this. I've had this a long time and it just works. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in this video. I'll see you in the next one.